Welcome to TOEFL Writing Question 2, your guide. We're going to talk about a lot of things together, but let's get right into what the question's going to look like so you know what to expect on test day. So the writing section, TOEFL Writing, looks something like this. Here we are talking about writing task number 2, usually called the independent writing. Basically, you read a simple question about your opinion and you have 30 minutes to write. That's it. It's very simple. It looks something like this. This is from ETS. The question will appear on the left-hand side. There'll be a timer that's counting down, and then you'll have a blank space. That's where you will do your typing and write your essay. And that's pretty much it. Really simple. This is an example from our own site, tstprep.com. The part in bold, the darker black text, is the question. And if you notice there, it's kind of long. It says like health and wellness is a growing concern, and then it keeps going for a while. Sometimes you might get a question that's a little bit longer, but it's the same idea. It's just a simple question. Do you agree or disagree? And that's it for the most part. So here's the basic essay structure. You give an introduction, which is your opinion. You talk about the first body paragraph, which is where you explain your first reason. Second body paragraph, you explain the second reason for your opinion. And your conclusion, you restate your opinion and your reasons. And that's it. Writing question number 2. All done. So you probably want to know a bit more about what to do for writing task number 2. So we're actually going to do a lot and go into this question in more detail because there's more you need to know to write a high-scoring essay. You're going to learn how TOEFL 2 will look and feel. You'll learn how the questions are structured, how to create an effective outline, how to structure your essay and manage your time, how to include relevant examples, and how to use a template to help with your organization. So, my name is Josh MacPherson. I am the head instructor at TST Prep, an online TOEFL school where our mission is simple, to help you get the TOEFL score you need as quickly and as easily as possible. I'm excited about this one. Let's do it together. TOEFL writing question number 2. So, there are a couple topics that are you could be asked about anything. You really don't know. But most of the questions have to do with one of these 3 subjects, either with school or with work or with lifestyle. We're going to look at 3 examples right now, but that's basically what you're going to be asked about. They're not going to ask you about politics or religion or ancient history. They're not going to ask you about that stuff. It's about your opinion, and usually people have opinions about work or school or their personal life. So that's why these questions. There's a couple different types of questions like this. There's 3 in particular. One is agree or disagree. Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? All university students should be required to volunteer in order to graduate. That's an agree or disagree question, and it's about school. Personal preference. Would you prefer to have a higher paying job with longer hours or a lower paying job with shorter hours? And that's would you prefer. Another one is a 3-choice option, which is if you were going to learn a new hobby, would you choose to study a new language, learn how to play an instrument, or join a sports team? 3 choices, pretty simple. All of these have to do with your opinion. In the past, these questions were pretty simple and they were pretty short. Recently, there's been some questions that are the same idea but a little bit longer. The wording is a bit longer, like the example we're going to talk about together about health and wellness. But just so you know, they're all this type of question basically. Agree or disagree, personal preference, 3 choices. So you can expect one of those on test day. Warning, this is the last task of the last section of the TOEFL test. You will want to hurry up and go home. Take a deep breath, relax, and keep your composure. Look, sitting for 3 hours for a test is tough. After you finish your essay, you're going to want to go home. I totally understand. Just take a breath, relax, and be careful. Write your essay with a clear head because you want to do your best. That's the thing. You want to do your best possible. You want to get the best possible score, and you can't do that if you're in a hurry. So just keep that in mind. So with the independent task, this is your time management breakdown. It's not like task number 1 where you have to read passages. It's pretty simple. You just have a question, and then you come up with all of the information. You have a couple minutes to outline your essay, about 4 or 5 minutes to write an introduction. I would say 4 minutes or less. 8 minutes for each body paragraph and a conclusion. You can write 3 body paragraphs if you would like. The way that I teach it is usually that you have 2 body paragraphs that are pretty long, that are very well developed. I'll show you an example. You could have 3 shorter body paragraphs, that's fine too, but I usually teach it with 2 body paragraphs. Just that's how I teach it. So the independent writing task will ask for your general opinion. You will have to use explanations, examples, and anecdotes to expand on your opinion. So, if somebody asks you, do you think all high school students should wear school uniforms? Your answer is probably pretty simple. I mean, yeah, they should, or no, they shouldn't. But you have to write 350 words in this essay. That's a lot of words to write about a simple opinion. That's going to be tough to do. So you're going to have to think of personal examples, stories, explanations that help expand your example. They're pretty necessary because they also help you develop the topic, which is part of your grade. A lot of students don't like to give personal examples. They find it difficult. I strongly recommend them. I talk about this in another course at TST Prep, but basically we teach it with using examples. I'm going to show you using an example, and I'll show you how to do that right now. So let's look at the outline here. The outline looks like this. I think that you should spend the time to outline because there's a couple reasons, but the big reason is that you have to write a really long essay, and so you want to have a good idea of what you're going to write. You want to think of what your opinion is, the 2 reasons for your opinion, and the 2 examples. This is my own for this question about what's the best way to stay in shape, and I think it's to have a balanced diet and to exercise. I'm going to talk about how my mom lost weight on a certain diet, and then I'm going to talk about how exercising is best to stay fit, and talk about when I moved to Madrid and I didn't have a car and I walked all the time. That's what I'm going to include in my essay. And if you look, quite a bit of my essay has this information. Everything highlighted in yellow is this information that I wrote down in my outline. So your outline is a huge part of your essay. It's really going to help you stay focused. So I strongly encourage you, let me go back for a minute. I strongly encourage you to write an outline. Another reason is because sometimes you read the question, you think you understand it, and then you start writing your essay, and everything's great. At the end of your essay, you look back at the question and you realize, oh, I answered the wrong question. That happens more often than you think. So don't fall for that trap. Write an outline because it'll force you to look at the question pretty carefully. And you have to make sure that you're staying on track, on topic. So that's another reason to write an outline. Besides the fact that it helps guide your essay and your writing, it also reduces the likelihood of what? Reduces the likelihood that you will go off topic. So you want to make sure that you don't do that. Okay, let me get back to it here. That's all the parts highlighted in yellow are from my outline, and here is my template for the introduction. So I don't always hit every part of the structure. I'm going to read this, but I usually hit most of it. Begin with a general statement. Make the general statement more specific. Restate the question, state your opinion, provide 2 reasons for your opinion. The template looks like this. There's no shortage of opinion on. In my opinion, I feel this way for 2 reasons, which I will explore in the following paragraphs. So it looks something like this. There's no shortage of opinion on the best way to stay in shape. So that's the topic. I give my opinion. I believe a combination of a balanced diet and exercise is the best way to remain in shape. That's my opinion and my reasons. I feel this way for 2 reasons, which I will explore in the paragraph. You can say your reasons specifically. I don't say them specifically here. You can if you want. It's up to you. You can also check out our TOEFL Writing 24 Plus guide. I recommend this very often. There's a link in the description below because it has pretty much everything you need to create your own template. It's part of our complete course, but this is free, whereas our complete course is something you would have to pay for. So check out this guide. It'll have all the templates you need, all the information you need, including example essays to help you write your own introduction template. A lot of students have trouble starting their essay. They have trouble starting. So I have a couple of different kind of template stock phrases that you can use for almost any introduction. feel free to pick one that you think that you like and that you'll find helpful on test day. So for example, there's no shortage of opinion on, and then the topic. No one can deny that, topic. Many people have different beliefs about, topic. Societies around the world have various ideas about, topic. Recently there has been a ton of debate about as to, topic. Life today is, topic. So those are some ways that you can begin your essay. Sometimes it won't make sense based on the topic. So a very popular question about templates is that, does this work for every question? No, it doesn't. It works for a lot, but not for every question. So make sure that you feel comfortable with your writing. Make sure you feel comfortable with what you're using. These are just some ideas for you. This isn't like you have to do this all the time. I just want to give you a lot of ideas, a lot of structure to help you write an essay that you feel comfortable with, that's comfortable and confident for you. I don't want you to just copy what I say. I want you to find a template that works best for you, find a way of writing that works best for you. Okay, let me keep going. The body paragraph structure. The first thing you want to do is state your reason, and then you want to provide details about your reason, explain it a little bit, connect your reason to the topic, what you're talking about, give a personal example, that's the heart of your paragraph, and then connect your example back to the topic. So let's look here, and the topic here is what's the best way to stay fit, and this person thinks it's a well-balanced diet and exercise. And in this paragraph, they're going to talk about a well-balanced diet. First of all, okay, there you go. First, a well-balanced diet has been proven to help people stay fit throughout history. That's the reason. They need to explain it a bit more. Most importantly, cutting out heavily processed foods and fast foods is an absolute must for those who are overweight. Okay, personal example. My personal experience is a great example of this. Then they're going to talk about their personal example, and then to finish it up, they're going to connect back to the topic. The last sentence, for this reason, I would start by altering my diet if I wanted to improve my overall health. And so that's what she did here. First, second, third points. State your reason, provide more details, connect to the topic. That's what she did in the first part. First of all, well-balanced diet. Most importantly, cutting out heavily processed foods is a must for those who are overweight. All right, so talking about people who are overweight and how to stay fit. And then they give the example and talk about, and then connect the example back to the topic. For this reason, I would start by altering my diet if I wanted to improve my overall health. That's the structure pretty much. This is from that TOEFL Writing 24 Plus guide. The structure for both body paragraphs is exactly the same. The template is slightly different. For example, it says first of all in body paragraph 1, but secondly in body paragraph 2. But it's the same idea. They're transitioning to the same things. Let's look at the second body paragraph here. State the second reason. Secondly, exercise is the next best way to stay fit and active. Provide more details. Working out causes the heart rate to increase, and this leads to burning calories and fat. Connect your reason back to the topic. It is not necessary to spend hours and hours at the gym either. The most important thing is to get a little bit of exercise every single day. All right, so it didn't really connect the reason back to the topic, but that's okay. They explained the second reason and gave details about it. Going to the personal example. Drawing from my own experience, when I moved to Madrid, I didn't have a car. I had to walk 45 minutes to and from school. Moreover, adding some more details, on weekends I would ride my bicycle around the local neighborhood to go shopping and meet friends. Connect back to the topic. It's certainly clear to see how daily moderate exercise is a key component to improving one's overall health. Uses the structure. You don't have to use that template, it's just an idea, but you want to follow that structure. Give your reason, explain it, connect it back to the topic maybe, give your personal example, and then connect back to the topic again. Also, 24 Plus guide, check it out, got a lot of this stuff there. Your conclusion structure is pretty short and simple. You're not going to say anything new. You're going to restate your stance, your opinion, remind the reader of your 2 supporting reasons, and provide a final suggestion. That third part is optional. You don't have to do that. Here, in conclusion, I do believe that good health is best achieved by treating the body to good food and moderate exercise. This is because these 2 habits will eventually lead to a reduction in weight and an increase in overall well-being. Same thing, different way, following the structure. Doesn't provide a final suggestion, but that would be something like if they were to say at the end, I think everyone should diet and exercise if they want to stay fit and live a long, healthy life. That's like a final suggestion. Could be something like that. Not necessary, but you could do that at the end. Pro tip, the more time you have to edit, the higher your score. Don't forget that when you're writing your essay, there's no spell check. So it's going to be hard to see all your formatting, spelling, grammar mistakes. So try to leave yourself enough time to edit. My suggestion is when you're practicing at home, try to finish your essay around 25 minutes. That gives you 4 or 5 minutes to edit. I think that's a good amount of time. If you only have 2 minutes, 1 minute, that's okay. You do what you can. Most important to finish your essay. But if you can have 5 minutes to edit, that would be great. Because you're going to have mistakes. It's going to happen. And the more mistakes you have, the lower your score. So when you're practicing at home, that's your goal. You want to try to finish at that 25-minute mark. So that's about it in terms of the essay. This is an overall idea of the template and what it looks like. I wanted to just put it on one screen so you can see it there. But it follows the structure. And the structure is what I really want you to focus on, is that I want you to make sure that I'm going to go through this with the introduction. You begin with a general statement. You make it more specific. You restate the question, give your opinion, and provide 2 reasons. You can say the reasons or just be general. That's fine. In your body, you want to state your reason, provide more details about it, maybe connect it back to the topic, give an example, and definitely connect back to the topic at the end. A lot of students forget to do that. In the last sentence of your body paragraph, you need to remind the reader why you gave this example. Why are you talking about your mom's diet? Oh yeah, because you think that a diet and exercise is the best way to stay fit. You need to have that last sentence. And in your conclusion, restate your opinion, remind the reader of your 2 supporting reasons, and give a final suggestion. And again, Writing 24 Plus, can't say it enough, check that out. If you need more help from a professional teacher, our teachers at tstprep.com are there to help you get your score as quickly and as easily as possible. The best way to improve your writing is feedback from a teacher, so definitely check that out, tstprep.com. Hopefully you feel like you've learned how TOEFL Writing Question 2 will look and feel, how the questions are structured, how to create an effective outline, how to structure your essay and manage your time, how to include good examples and anecdotes, and how to use a template to help you organize your essay. That's it. Congratulations making it to the end. Thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe button. And also check out our site, tstprep.com. On our homepage, we have a free and complete test that you can check out with some essay examples as well. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.